Bueno, pues un fuerte aplauso para Félix Auger-Aliassime.
Un aplauso, por favor. Félix.
Hi, great to see you, man.
Hi, Inés.
Bueno, pues toma asiento Félix, que es un grandísimo jugador, pero es una de las mejores personas del circuito. Esto ahora que no sé cuánto entiende Félix.
My Spanish is getting better, but it's not that good yet.
No, come on, but you understand a lot of things that we say.
Yes, because I speak French, so sometimes I can catch some words. Yeah.
Yeah, and you've been here. Obviously, you travel to all over the world, but you've been coming here to Madrid a lot of time. Also, Barcelona a lot of years, and a lot of players in the players' lounge. They speak Spanish.
Yes. Around the site, around the tour. Earlier this year, for example, we were in Mexico as well, at Acapulco. So there is opportunity. I mean, I should make an effort also to start speaking more and more with other Spanish players or Latin America players. But it's good. I like to be back in Madrid. It's an amazing event. Like you said, I've been coming back every year, and I've been coming here for, I think it was almost 10 years ago I came the first time here. So it's quite special to be back.
You had a great match early in the morning. It was a great battle. How did you feel on court today?
I felt good. It's a great court. The conditions were perfect. No wind. Temperature was good. So I felt good. It was unfortunate that I didn't have a good start on my serve, but after, I felt like I would get my opportunities as the match went on. But Nishioka is tricky because he defends well. He tries to make you play that one extra ball. That's you have to stay focused, stay sharp until the end of the point. But I feel like throughout the match I managed well. And the second set was great, almost perfect, and then the third set was solid as well.
I mean, you mentioned temperature is good because you're from Canada.
Yeah,
because this is the coolest tournament ever.
I know. But last week I was in Munich. Maybe you saw the image where I had the gloves on the changeover. It was the worst conditions I ever played in, and unfortunately for the tournament, such a great tournament, they do a great job, but they just were so unlucky with the weather. It was raining also every day. So now coming here, this is like amazing for me compared to last week. But I see that it's a bit cold, and as players, I mean, maybe it's interesting for the crowd. Like we like to change. I like to change the tension of the strings depending on the weather. Yeah. So it's always interesting to I think for the fans to know, how the players adapt to the different conditions. Also altitude here, so you also adapt with that. But in the end, I found the right adjustments today on the court.
Félix, are you okay with this condition, with this weather, playing here in Madrid?
Yeah, for me, it's good. It's good so far. Yeah.
This is a little advantage with the other guys because you feel great with this weather. I hate this weather.
Yeah. No, it's better when it's a bit hotter, of course, but it's okay.
When you play at the sun, it's not that bad.
No, it's
at
not that bad.
At the sun, it's fine. When you get the shade, then is when you get the problems.
Yeah, and early in the morning, it's cold, but I think throughout the day, it's okay. I think, but I know, for the people here, it's like a shock now, but for us players, it's okay. It's not that bad in the end.
Felix, I have a question.
Yes.
I'm very interested in the technique of the players, and I always talking about you, about your technique, that I think you are one of the best players with the technique. I'm pretty curious to know who teach you to play tennis, and if it was important in your career when you were young to be very focused on this.
There's certain shots that came more naturally. The forehand was always natural for me, and then I was very lucky. I started with my dad. My dad was very good with many things. His mentality is one of the best, I think, and the confidence and the work ethic. But he was not as good as a technician, And I was very lucky at the Canadian Federation. We had a great coach who I worked with once in a while when I was growing up, and then along my teenage years. He helped me a lot, especially with the backhand that was not as natural. He helped me a lot to improve my backhand throughout my teenage years, my serve as well. And then the rest of the game, the footwork, the volley. So it's been very important because at this level now today you need all the shots, and you need a good technique overall because the game is played very fast. That if you have really like a weak point, players are going to put pressure on it, and you're going to work too hard physically running around, and if you don't have the quality in your shots. So I think it's crucial. Obviously, growing up, it's not the most fun sometimes to learn about the technique, but if you're trying to be a professional one day, it's very important to have a mix of playing points, having fun, but also working on the technical aspect.
Felix, you have a lot of things to do, but I would like to ask you last question, because all the people here is enjoying your game, all the tennis players that are here at the MUTUA Madrid Open, but today is a special day because Rafa is going to play almost at 5. He announced yesterday that it's going to be officially his last MUTUA Madrid Open. You know him really well, and also you've been working with Tony.
Yes.
What does Rafa mean for tennis, and what do you think about his career?
Yes, I mean, it's special to the chance we had to witness him over this career. It's unfortunate that everything comes to an end, unfortunately. It's going to be good to see him, long last time here. I hope the best for him in the tournament. For me, what's been so special comes to mind is people, I think, take for granted in a way, like, it's Rafa, he goes and he wins, But the truth is, we're all players, humans, and he was just. There was a time where the legend of Nadal wasn't what it is today, and you have to wake up every day, every match, and win. Nothing comes like easy. They don't just give them to you. So, for me, the admiration I have now as a player, understanding the tour better after the years, what he's been able to go through. Like last year, I had injury, and to see how he had so many injuries throughout his career, and he was able to come back, for example. For me, that's amazing. Every time he was able to come back to the top after difficult moments, physically especially. So I have a lot of admiration for that, and for everything he's done, the effort to give every time when he goes on the court. So yeah, I'm gonna, after he retires, I'm gonna keep looking back on his career and find inspiration in him.
You are right, because there's something really important, and you also went to his museum with him, with Rafa. And you see all of the trophies, and you say, hey, they are here, and it seems that it's easy to win all those trophies. But all the players that arrive to his museum and say, I would just pick one of those ones.
Amazing. That's the thing. We look at the numbers, we look at the stats now, we look at the, the Roland Garros, it's like a number, but you have to think it's every match you wake up, and of course many matches you must think, okay, I have a good opportunity to win, but you always have the doubt, the uncertainty of life, which is you can win, you can lose in this sport. So, and just to come out on top most of the time like he did, and when he was challenged, coming back to my previous answer, when he had adversity, I mean physically or with other players like Novak and Roger, he was able to still come back on top, and like he did, winning Grand Slams 2 years ago. So. Amazing, so much admiration for him.
Felix, we also admire you, your game. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You had a great fight today.
Thank you.
Good luck against Adrian Manarino in the national.
Yes,
thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Un fuerte aplauso para Félix Auger-Aliassime. Thank you so much. Good luck. Es un auténtico fuera de serie, es de verdad un tipo increíble dentro y fuera de las pistas, un ejemplo a seguir para todos aquellos niños que se fijen obviamente en los golpes de tenis, pero también pues en los valores, en las virtudes de un tipo que siempre sonríe y que no lo ha pasado bien, porque el año pasado ganó a final de año en Basilea, pero no lleva una muy buena racha de resultados, y estoy convencido de que la victoria hoy aquí en Madrid le va a ayudar mucho.